University. That video from tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Corey Chambers.
And I'm Shirley Chan. Now, as the fighting enters a sixth day, the death toll on both sides continues to mount.
Now, here's what we know at this hour. Israel's military saying the Hamas terror attack killed more than 1,200 people, including now 27 Americans. 14 other Americans are missing tonight.
And meanwhile, the Gaza Ministry of Health claims at least 1,500 people have been killed by Israel's retaliatory strikes. And right now, Israel is said to be preparing for a possible ground invasion in Gaza.
Yeah, a lot to cover tonight. We have team coverage for you. Anthony DiLorenzo has the latest on preparations for major protests tomorrow. But let's start with Katie Corrado with what played out at Columbia University tonight. Katie.
Corey, Shirley, good evening. Reporters initially were not even allowed into Columbia University to watch the protest. The university was trying to keep things that tight, but eventually we were allowed in, and there was a heavy NYPD presence making sure that everything stayed safe as students who are pro-Palestine and pro-Israeli both voiced very opposite and strong opinions. The campus of Columbia University divided. On one side, a demonstration of pro-Palestinian students demanding freedom. On the other, pro-Israeli students praying, singing, and mourning. Students in solidarity with Israel say they're stunned to see so many classmates showing support for Palestine.
I really never thought I'd see a day like this on campus.
I think most of all, it's just so disappointing.
Sophie Samuels and Jackie Takayar graduated last spring, but came back to show support.
I don't think there are two sides. What happened is a horrible, disgusting terrorist attack.
It doesn't feel like the campus that we knew and we loved. It feels very hateful. Palestinian protesters, many wearing green, red, and black, are calling for freedom for Palestine. But despite their hundreds of voices, no one would speak to us on camera. A statement on the Columbia Students for Justice in Palestine Facebook group reads in part that the group stands in full solidarity with Palestinian resistance against over 75 years of Israeli settler colonialism and apartheid. A Columbia professor who teaches conflict negotiation was among the pro-Israel supporters and says it's possible to support Palestine while still denouncing Hamas.
I think it can be pro-Palestine and pro-Israel, but this is a crime against humanity. And the fact that this is they're allowed to chant and sing and be happy about Saturday's events, that is horrible.
And we reached out to Columbia Students for Justice in Palestine, but have not yet heard back for comment. Reporting live outside of Columbia University, I'm Katie Corrado, Pix 11 News.
All right, Katie, thank you so much for that. Well, here's an important phrase to hear. No